Just find yourself in any comfortable seated position, just whatever feels, like it's welcoming this morning. Maybe you'll find that the hands go to the knees or to the lap. Don't overthink that. Just let the body arrive. Let the exhalation really drop you into that space of solidity of lower body. And feel all the places in which you intersect with earth, through the sitting bones, maybe little toe side of the foot, maybe top of the foot and shin if you're kneeling, the outer edges of the hips. And feel from that casing of stability, that heavy central bone, not only of the wings of the pelvis, but of the sacrum and the bottom two lumbar vertebrae. Really presence yourself here. Our capacity to participate fully in the energy of autumn requires us to find within us this space where we can actively descend, where we can actively sink, settle, and move towards the inner and deeper parts, the roots, if you like, the center, if you prefer. And to do that, it really assists the metal element for us to orientate deeply with its mother force, which is earth, stabilizing and supporting metals, paring back, thinning down, distillation, and letting go. So see if as you sit, there is the space within you to connect with what descends. Feel it through those lumbar vertebrae, feel it through the hips, feel it in the quality of your exhalation. And then as if you wanted to draw something up and out from the center of that space, can you start to feel the elevation and, in fact, levitation of the spine? All of the beautiful disc spaces widening between the vertebral bodies as you lengthen up and out of the hips, the legs, and the lower body towards the crown via the heart. When you strike level with this place of sitting, what happens is we begin to really feel and connect with the space in which all sentient beings sit on the planet Earth, which is where we share both the energies of Earth and the energies of heaven simultaneously in the body. And it is believed and taught by the ancients that the meeting point of the earthly and heavenly energies was in the heart. So in these last few moments, as we center and prepare, visualize that heavenly chi, that prana, or that heavenly light, however you feel to interpret that connection with heaven, because it's very personal. Just draw that in and downwards to let it settle in the heart. And then visualize that space of earth, of the roots and the rocks, of the sand and the soil, of the molten lava, of the crystalline stratas. And see if you can draw all of that up through the middle body to also meet in the heart with that energy of earth, of heaven. And then from there, from heartscape, visualize this movement of energy out 360 degrees in all directions around you, so that you become a beacon of the equinox, of the balance of all things. We have to come to some kind of ground level, some kind of truth, some kind of authenticity within ourselves as we prepare for the journey of autumn, as we undertake it, as we walk through the gates. We have to be brutally honest about what works and what doesn't, what shines and what no longer brightens. With acknowledgement, with understanding comes the space within us where perhaps we will be able to let go. Just maintaining your template of breath as it is this morning without change, and just using your fingertips. Let's start tapping underneath the collarbones, both sides of the body. Swapping over at the sternum. Let the breath be, slowly deepening, but without force. And you're looking along the edges of the collarbones here, the underside or the earth side of collarbone, the plate of the sternum in the front of the chest, and also the channel that runs just down the outside edge of your pectoral muscle. Deep breaths as you work here, stimulating the capacity in the body to take in the purest substance. Heavenly chi, prana, oxygen, it has many names, and it is the first part in the purification of the body. So as lungs seek to take in the purity of this heavenly chi, the colon seeks to continue the work by eradicating all that is no longer pure. So our capacity to take in has to be balanced with our capacity to let go, so that we are in fact in equinox. Another moment or so here. See if you can feel the hollow drum against the fingers. Let's come down the sternum to the lower ribs. You can feel that there's an effervescence or a charge. Feels like there's a lightness starting to build around the lungs and chest. It's palpable. And especially with regular practice, you start to very quickly get a feeling of heat or perspiration lifting to the skin as the body uses the organ of the skin to assist the purification process. Nice. Round it up. And then bring the hands to the knees. And just sit inside of that effervescence for a moment. It's subtle, but it is obvious. Go with the heat that rises from that. Know that it's just moving toxins out of the body, forward and through towards the skin. Metal element, it's a process of distillation, purification, paring back, cleaning up. So let's switch it now down into the colon, and we're working a few rounds of the Bastrikas with a short, sharp exhalation followed by spontaneous inhale. So it sounds like this. And it's from the nose. You do it all through the nostrils. And let's bring the palms of the hands to the colon, which sits below the navel and above the pubic bone. So we're working from this space fully and with our attention. And take a deep breath in now. So slowly, see if you can feel the palms of the hands fill up with that breath. Good, hold the breath. Okay, we're going to do 30 rounds to start. Inhale. Okay, throw out the tongue. Exhale, Simhasan. Clear it out. Inhale, come to sitting. Exhale, let it go. Second round, deep inhale. 30 rounds, hand to the belly. Deep inhale, hands to the knees. Okay, throw out the tongue, Simhasan. Empty, empty, empty. Inhale, come up. Exhale, let it go. Shoulder blades, neck, temples. Last one, hands to belly. Deep inhale, lower, middle, upper. 30 rounds. Inhale fully. This time we're going to hold the breath. Okay, chin down, Jalandhara Bandha. See if you can lift a little in the pelvic floor. Straight arms. That's going to straighten the spine, lift the ribs right up off the hips. See if you can maintain that sense of moving down in the pelvis and lifting and rising up from the heart zone towards crown and beyond. Feel the percolation of the prana and the apana between the heart and the belly. And soften the face as you go in and down with the eyes. Okay, 10 more seconds holding if you can. Just taking it up to a minute. Exhale, slow and steady. Let the skin go. Just let the whole organ of the skin soften with that out breath. And as you inhale, raise the gaze, just sitting 1 minute in silence. The sound of your own breath is your radiant company. Allow the inner ear to start to tune to that. And slowly open your eyes when you feel ready and arrived. Don't hurry. This is the beauty of this style of practice. And when you feel ready, just take a minute, whatever you need. Downward facing dog is where we're heading. Take your time. And allow arrival in the downward dog to be tempered with curiosity. Just notice, now that we've switched the currents of the body into a strongly descending pattern, can you find a different sense, a different presence, a different arrival in downward facing dog? We've been here 100 times. We know this place. Well, we think we know this place. The job of the yogi, I think, in many ways, is to keep coming to things with fresh eyes. And when we do that, when we arrive with that freshness, sometimes we glean new information. We understand different ways. We see different paths. And we start to understand that not all things are forever. And some autumns carry the energy of letting go more heavily than others. If in the previous year or 2 years or 3 years or 5, you've come up against significant loss in this lifetime, in this timeline, you can find it on some level you're still processing that every autumn. You somehow manage to peel back a layer to reveal something new, something within you that you didn't know, a resource, a virtue. On your inhalation, allow the heels to rise high off the floor. Imagine that you are, taking a very high heel shoe perhaps, and just stretch the arches, the undersole, the spaces within you that connect to downward flow in the feet. And then slowly, as if you wanted to move from the sitting bones to the backs of the knees, start to sink the heels down towards the floor. And have a look at the orientation of the ankles and make sure that the front of the ankle sits behind the back of the ankle. We're here. Just commit. And there's a subtle inward roll of the thighs, but watch the knees don't roll in. See if you can isolate just the groins so that you feel as if the points of the hips come together slightly, like they're zipping in. And if you feel like you're tiring and you need a rest, just take child's pose. We can come back at any time. Soften your eyes. And then use the work of the arms to press down and forward and start drawing the energy long on the side body till you feel the groins moving back from the effort of the arms. Nice. On inhalation, take the right leg high. If you feel to bend the knee, do so. Keep it straight if you prefer. And just carve that right knee back so you can feel the outer buttock. You can feel the standing left leg, the thigh. Okay, now as you hold the right knee high, on your inhalation, raise the left heel off the floor. And then as you exhale, slowly sink that left heel down. Ground the leg. Inhale fully. Exhale, right foot forward between the hands and just take a low lunging base. Drop the back knee down. Keep the hands to the floor and start this action of scissoring the hips. So bring the right foot back and then round the left hip forwards. So you're starting to feel like you're creating level in the hips. So keep active through sole of right foot. Now with the fingers, press them into the floor. Go fingertips so you've got a bit more height, or hand to block, and try and get the back long. So the neck feels like it's escaping. The shoulder blades are moving down the back. Nice. Turn under the rear toes and then lift the rear knee off the floor. Tone the thigh strongly, but keep that scissoring action in the legs. So that you're gathering up, you're holding in, you're creating like a zip line through the front body of strength and tone as you ground down in the base strongly. So this is the work of the legs to continually bring us to ground. And then the crown of the head with the neck long continues to seek the light expansion of the higher realms. Nice. Bring both hands to the big toe side of the right foot. Walk the right foot out to the right. So water dragon. Start by slowly dropping the hips. Just drop the hips through. Lift the chest as if it's in upward facing dog. Soften the eyes. Oh, you have a block. I'm going to just bring a block underneath Graham's hand so you can see the difference. If you go higher and you're a little tighter in the hips, see how it gives you more lift. So even if you're not tighter in the hips today and you're just feeling like a bit more space, let's preface that. Nice. Think of a press up. On your exhalation, bend the arms at the elbows, bring the sternum parallel to the floor. And as you inhale, come all the way back up again to your water dragon pose. 2 more like that. Squeeze the elbows in. You're in your own time. Drop it down. Yes. Inhale, coming up. Nice. Last one. Strong rear leg. Exhale down. And inhale, come all the way back up. Drop the rear knee down to the floor and bend the heel straight to the buttock. Take the right hand back behind you and let's take a hold of the left foot. Now bend the upper right elbow and turn the left underside of the ribs. So the more you work the grounding element of the lower left hand, the cleaner and clearer you're going to feel that rib line. Get the left shoulder blade down. Now think of a back bend. See if you can take yourself back. Oh, beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. Unpack it to downward dog like the sweetest thing ever. Like the little blue Tiffany's box at Christmas. Just go right on and unpack that joy. Not that we find joy in material possessions, but we do find joy in unwinding out of yoga poses, and it's the type of joy no one can take away. Let it settle. So what we're working through this week in the currents that are following this enormous full moon that we've just had is our capacity to create space within ourselves. And it's the same thing that we're witnessing in the natural world as the leaves fall from the trees and create this beautiful, spacious, skeletal frame through which now we can see the tree contrasted against the sky, and all of the bones of the tree is revealed to us, all of the essence of its shape, its purpose, and its becoming. Raise the left leg high with your inhalation of breath. You are choosing if you want to bend the knee, because you know sometimes it feels good, sometimes not so much. Press forward and down through the arms and see if you can really feel the shoulders leveling. So in most of us, we'll have to drop the left ribs, left shoulder. Okay, hold the left leg high and then raise the right heel off the ground. Breathe in. Now, as you breathe out, slowly lower it down like you had the minutiae of control through the thigh, the knee, the calf, the ankle, the foot, and it broadens and lands. And then bringing left foot forward and through between the hands, drop the back right knee down. We're starting low. Use the brick if you need. If we're working on a practice that prefaces space, then preface space in the way you choose to express what you do. So collarbones, remember the place that we pounded or tapped the beginning of the class, and we are opening into the upper latitudes of the lungs. Can you find yourself back there again, filled with breath? Can you feel the sitting bones rolling downwards towards the heels ever so slightly as you ground and ground again? Fearlessly returning to this space. Soften the back of the neck. See if you can reach the heart to soft palate to center of skull forward. Feel that internal line. And then lastly, just scissor the legs. Just scissor the legs. So you're pulling left back, bringing right knee forward. All right, slowly take the back right knee off the floor. Work the legs. The waist becomes long because you're using the pullback action of the arms to escape from the hips. Left hip back, right hip coming forward. Mindful that right hip doesn't fall. Keep it level at the sacrum. Okay, reach through crown of head. Inhale. As you exhale now, bring both hands big toe side and walk that left foot out to the left just a little. I should have said this on the last slide, so I'm apologizing. You can turn the left toes out, but I think we're at that level where probably most of us worked that out anyway. All right. Now, you can use a brick or not. So you saw what it looked like in the last pose to use that. Preface space. 3 press-ups. Exhale down. Elbows graze the ribs here. Inhale, come up. Strong rear leg. Feel how that rear leg is this beautiful anchor. Exhaling down. It's your time. And inhale to rise. There's 3 of these. Squeeze the elbows in so that you can feel the external spiral coming from the shoulder blades actually widening rather than collapsing the chest with each one of these. Once you've finished 3, drop the back right knee downwards to the floor and then take the left arm all the way back to catch that right foot behind you. Bend that upper left elbow and turn the chest. Now there's almost a back bend in this shape. So you can see how Karen's got the chin lined up with the collarbone, almost. And she's taking the head all the way back. See if you can start to really feel that. Bend that left elbow. It's going to give you a clearer line. Inhale. All right, exhale. Slow unpack, downward facing dog. Super slow. Now, any downward dog, as we move through this practice, it's a downward dog / child's pose. So the caveat is to take the space that you need. In a class that prefaces expansion and volume, let's try and work with that way in the mental field as well as the physical. Just soften, recalibrate breath. Inhale fully. And exhale, walk the feet forwards towards the hands. Half lift on your inhaled breath. Lengthen the sides of the body. So just holding here in the half lift, straighten the legs, try to press them back. Your hands are on the shins or knees, they're on the brick, they're on the floor. It doesn't matter, but the legs and arms are both straight. You go as high as you need to go to make that happen. Think of a concave back. So in this pose, from the backs of the knees to the sitting bones, there's a sense of lift. Collarbones wide, shoulder blades descend, reach through crown of head and back through tail. You'll feel your belly's going to fire up with that. Okay, on your exhalation, softly fold, sink it down. Now from here, widen your feet to the width of the mat. Turn your toes ever so slightly out. I know you think what's going on, that you know, but you're wrong. Okay, slowly, slowly rise to standing. You're in a slightly wider base, so if you're not sure, have a look at Karen. Slightly wider base, toes turned out. Nowly, belly rolling. Okay, so we're going to move into this as a precursor to salutation. Now the belly roll, we always go from left to right first, ascending colon, transverse, descending. So we want to work across the body in that direction to follow the poo, as you know, to put it bluntly. And if you can't belly roll in the nowly, you visualize it. It's equally as powerful. So let's go with it. Inhale, big deep breath, raise the arms up. All right, bend the knees, forward fold through the mouth, exhale. Okay, puff it out. Keep the knees bent, hand to knee. Straight back, left to right, no breath. Soften the belly, inhale. Exhale. Oh, these are powerful. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, forward fold, bent knees through the mouth. Puff it out, no breath. Come on up, straight arms, left to right. When you're ready, soft belly, inhale. Exhale. Walk the feet in, hip distance apart. Notice that it shifts the reality. That is such a strong grounding practice. Inhale, raise the arms high, reach for the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold, come all the way down and through. Just try to stay within this subtle field. Inhale, half lift, look up, use it to your advantage. As you exhale, take the right leg back and the right knee down. Now we've been here. I did this deliberately. Scissor the legs. Inhale, just raise the arms up. Low lunge, Anjayasana. Exhale, hands come down to the floor, either side of the front foot, step back, plank, and inhale. Exhale, press up, lower down slowly to the floor. It's okay to drop the knees. I drop the knees all the time. It's hard when you have a 2-year-old on your back. Mina, I can see. Bring the sole of the right foot to the inner left knee. So it's like a kind of a tree pose lying on the floor. We've been working this one a bit, so hands in line as if for Cobra, Bhujangasana. Inhale, squeeze foot to inner knee, lift the legs, lift the chest, lift the hands, lift the head. It's just the spinal muscles working. Press right foot strongly into that inner knee and you're catching that colonic channel in the lower body. Take an inhale here. On your exhalation, swing to the right leg, to the bent leg. See if you can feel the waist. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, go to the straight leg. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, right leg. Inhale, center. Exhale, left leg. Inhale, come back to center, lift, bright. And then exhale, slowly, slowly, let it all go. Straighten out the right leg. Inhale, press yourself up to Cobra, regular programming. The one that we know, the garden variety. Exhale, now flip it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg raises. Exhale, swing the right leg through between the hands, left knee down, low lunge. Inhale, raise the arms high, reach. Exhale, hands down, either side of the front foot. Sorry, Graham. Step the back foot forward. Inhale, look up, half lift. Exhale, fold. Good, and inhale, come all the way up to standing, raise the arms. Exhale, hands down, sides of the body. Step the feet out, heels out, toes in. Just mat width, 2 more of the nailies. Raise the arms high, inhale. This is a deep breath. Take it right to the belly. Exhale, come on down, forward fold, breathe out through the mouth. So you want to really let it go, puff it out at the end. Come up with bent knees, but straight arms, rolling right to left. Soft belly, inhale. Exhale. Feel the skin soften. Inhale. Raise the arms up. Exhale. Folding forward. Bent knees. It's forceful breath. Puff it out. Come all the way up. Bent knees, straight arms. Just try dropping left shoulder forward. And then lift the left side of the belly over to the right. 100 a day. Good. Soft belly. Inhale. Come up to standing. Exhale. Release. Step the feet in again. Hip distance apart. Try to stay within this. Notice the subtle field. Inhale. The arms raise through that space. And then exhale, empty everything as you drop forward and down into the forward fold. Exactly the same set, just left leg. Inhale and look up, brighten. Exhale, left leg back, left knee down. So we're coming into the low lunge. Inhale, the arms lift. Try to move like there's sails at the back of the body. Exhale, hands down either side of front foot. Step right leg back, plank. Inhale. Think of a press up. Exhale, lower down, under control. Elbows spiral in. Left leg bends, sole of left foot, inner right knee. Inhale, lift everything off the floor. Hands, chest, head, legs. Only thing down is the left knee. Okay, now elbows back. Heel of hand in line with lower ribs. Exhale, go to the bent leg side first. This charges the colonic channel. Inhale, go to center. Exhale, go to the right. That takes it into the channel of the kidneys, also descending and dispersing. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center, last one. Lift, come on, exhale, right. Let's go a little higher, people. Inhale, center. Exhale, slowly lower down. Set it up for Cobra. Inhale, lift the chest. Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take it back. You've got this. Few deep breaths. See if you can feel the generosity of breath. See if you can feel the generous spacing between the breath. The sweetness of the breath as it moves in and moves out in that moment-to-moment act of purification. Not just of the physical body, purification of the emotional field, the mental field, the bigger field of the spirit. Nice. Walk forwards to the top of the mat. Oh, no, don't do that. On inhalation, raise the left leg. I went from Surya A to Surya C. Exhale, step left foot forward between the hands. It's low lunge, so we get the knee down. Then the inhalation raises the arms from the back of the body, from the back of the lungs. Exhale, hands lower down, either side of front foot. Step rear foot forward, inhale, half lift. Yeah, and exhale, soften, forward fold. Beautiful work. All right, on your inhalation, come on all the way up. Reach the arms towards the ceiling. Let's take it tall and long, but keep the ground. And then exhale, hands down, sides of the body. Tadasana. Take a couple of rounds of breath. Just let it settle. Nice. Raising arms high, inhale. And as you exhale, forward fold, come on all the way down. Half lift with your in-breath. And stepping back to plank on out-breath. Okay, Vasisthasana, right side. So we're going to roll to the right hand and the right little toe side. Now with the left hand for a moment, bring it to the hip, just to the hip. All right, now with the upper left leg, bring it into tree pose. You might need your left hand to help you. Steady. Okay, strong in the underside of the body, right hemispheres of the lungs, right half of the colon. Lift the pose. Can you find a bright, clear line through the center body? Falling is also yoga. Those who can go a little bit further, last moment, trigger grip, left big toe, send it into the vertical. No takers in this room. Okay, slowly down. Lara's shaking her head. She's going back to bed. Downward dog. Oh dear. Laughter is also purity. Laughter is also yoga. Nice. I think we should do the other side. So let's come forwards to plank. Come on, just be brave. Try it out. You're at home. Only I can see. Okay, it's left side. So it's left hand down, left little toe side. Left hand down, left little toe side. Just bring the right hand to the hip for a moment. And then just bring that right foot up. You can use your hand. I often do just use right hand to assist me to get the leg in place. Okay, see how you go? Take the right hand up to the ceiling. I didn't offer that last time. I think some of you did it anyway. Now, those that want to go a little further, use the lower body to lift. Okay, take that trigger grip, that left foot, a right foot in the right fingers and extend the leg up. Awesome, beautiful, Karen. Nice work. Inhale here fully. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let it go. Remember, it's downward dog / child's pose if you're feeling that today. Inhale fully. On your exhalation, step the right foot forward between the hands. Keep a low lunge. And extend the arms back behind you as if they were in Salabhasana, as if you were going into the locust pose. This has got such a beautiful alchemy between how light and levitated upper body can be, how spacious. See if you can clear the clouds around the frontal brain. See if you can open up to blue sky in that place. See if you can feel that filament of blue sky moving from the frontal brain all the way down through the spine to the sacrum, where it digs in and beds the legs. Now scissor the legs, scissor the legs. I'm going to turn you that way. Yeah. Strong legs. All right, interlace the hands behind you now. As you strengthen and tone the legs, straighten the arms. Now, if you can't quite straighten the arms or it feels a bit of a challenge in the shoulder blades, let's use a strap in that space. All right, one more deep breath here. Inhale. Now on your exhalation, keep the work of the arms, just straighten the front legs. Bring the torso up over the hips now. So you're more or less standing. There's a little bit of balance work needed here. Nice. Drop the knuckles towards the rear knee and open the chest. Look high. So take your capacity for vision right up and pierce the clouds. Okay, squeeze the legs in. Imagine you're zippering up through front body as you roll the thighs in. And let's come forward halfway, straight front leg. Straight front leg. Nice, Tim. Okay, the back leg is this really strong anchor. So keep referencing that back leg. We're a little wider than the classical presentation for Parsvottanasana because I wanted to bring in this element of balance and make it hard. All right, come all the way down and through, hands hit the floor. Nice, use a brick if needed. Inhale, look up, straight front leg. This is not a lunge. Exhale, forward fold. One more like that. Inhale, half lift. Come on, draw the ribs out of the hips. Exhale, long front body, pubic bones, sternum, throat. Lengthen it, take it down. Nice. Inhale, half lift and look up. And as you exhale, slowly step back, plank. Now from plank, you're going to do one of three things. You're going to go down to child's pose and rest for a moment. You're going to hold in downward dog and breathe for a moment. You're going to go through a vinyasa flow for a moment. So just whatever you need. This is your time now. Sometimes we need that clarification of vinyasa to bring us back to the central point. Sometimes the vinyasa disturbs the work. From downward dog, So friends that are in child's pose, please just make your way to downward dog. Looking good, Karen. All right, left foot forward. Did we lift the left leg? Did we lift the right leg? We did? No, we didn't. Left foot forward between the hands. Okay, low lunge for a moment. Set it up. Front foot from the left outer knee to left outer hip. Draw back. Draw back. That's going to start leveling the waist, the sacrum, and all of the lumbar vertebrae. Okay. Pick the hands up off the floor. You got to use the legs now. Reach back. Salabhasana in the upper body. Salabhasana in the upper body. Okay, two things happening. Alchemy. The lower body seeks deep ground. The upper body seeks expansion and light. The merger point is in the heart. Can you return to that field? Okay, let's bring the hands and interlace them behind us. Use the strap if you need to. Slowly press into the front left foot. Keep the arms and inhale. Bring the torso upright. Straighten the front leg. Okay, now we're getting serious. Okay, imagine the thighs rolling in. So it feels like the hip points are moving together in front of the body. There's a lot of tonification in the legs. Big toe down. All right, let's come halfway forward with straight legs. Halfway forward, straight legs. You got to rely on that back leg. You got to rely on the wisdom or the rudder of everything that sits behind you in this pose as you seek a new way forward. Try to empty the mind and the body of everything that is extraneous to this moment. Yeah, exhale, slowly folding down. Release the hands. Inhale, take a half lift. Right hip rolls down. That's it. Exhale, fold. Draw in. Straight legs, and we're a little wider in that, from set up from high lunge, means the rear heel's lifted off the mat. Okay, see if you can sink the rear heel a little from back of knee to calf muscle. Get it long. Shin bone, right leg lifts back. Thigh bone, right leg lifts back. Inhale, look up, half lift. Now drag the hands backwards. So that action of dragging them back elongates chest. Now think pubic bone, sternum, throat, come down long in the front body. It's okay to soften front knee a little bit. Inhale, raise the gaze. Exhale, stepping back plank. The 3 ways. We've got the 5 ways in Paddington. This is the 3 ways. Which way are you going to go? Vinyasa, child's pose, downward dog. Kim's going to blow her nose. Also okay. Nice. Inhale fully. Exhale now, right foot forward between the hands. Let's finish this with a polish. All right, interlace the hands behind you once again. I want you to try and steady everything here. Now step the back foot forward just a little bit. Back foot forward just a little bit. Start to weight the standing right leg and raise the left leg up behind you. Any amount. Any amount. You can be an inch off the floor today. Doesn't matter. So see, notice how Graham's got a bent right standing leg. It's stabilizing. Do that. All right. Slowly, slowly now widen the hands out. Let's swing left hand down, right arm up. Parivrita. Ardha Chandrasana. Turning, the turning half moon. Inhale. Okay, now with your exhale, that's a beautiful pose, Graham. Take that back left leg all the way to the back of the mat and drop it down to the floor. Take the left elbow outside the right knee, palms of the hands together in prayer, or open the arms up. Inhale, full breath. And now as you exhale, don't unravel, just lean back, lean back, lean back. Create space, volume, amplitude, expansion. Okay, now unpack it like a really beautiful thing to downward dog. Unpack it like something you claim, like something you deserve, like something you can see and believe in. Nice. One more little tiny standing set to go, and we're going to be down on the mat. Inhale fully. So you've got this. Exhale, left foot forward. Exactly the same left leg. You can do this. Bring your brick in if you need it there for the Parivrita or reversing Adha Chan. All right, interlace the hands behind you, lift open the chest. Combine your capacity to descend with your capacity to rise. Breathe and purify the body as you work. Okay, slowly I'd step the back foot forward just a little bit. It just gives you a bit of purchase. All right, let's start moving in slowly. So it's got to be seamless. You don't just jam that right leg up into the sky. Feel it come up off the floor, maybe an inch, maybe level with the buttock, but it's all good. Chest wide, left leg steadying, grounding, enduring. Face of a Buddha. Slowly extend the arms out to the side of the body. Think like kind of like an aeroplane. Okay, right hand banks down, block or floor. Left arm comes up. We're turning towards the front left leg. So Graham's demonstrating hand to sacrum. It's a good one when the shoulders and ribs are tight. Okay, now lean back. Inhale. Exhale. Back leg to the floor. Wide, so we're headed high lunge. We got right arm coming across the left outer knee, palms or thigh, palms together, or open the arms up. Lean back, lean back. Come on, create the space, preface the space. Believe that the space is there and use your exhalation to unpack yourself of what no longer needs to be present in this moment. Take one more inhale. Then on your next exhalation, unravel the pose to downward dog. Unpack it like a sweet, sweet thing. If you need vinyasa here, take it. If you need child's pose here, take it. Know that just the fact that you turned up today says everything. Okay, let's come forward to plank at your readiness. Slowly lower belly down to the floor with exhalation, all the way down. Now bring sitting bones towards the heels, widen the feet to width of mat, and inhale, lift Salabhasana, extend the arms back. So a beautiful time of year to be working into the back muscles like this. So this is a classic Salabhasana, but I've widened the feet to the width of the mat so I can catch the inner edge of the kidneys and the sacral seams. This is for stabilizing and starting to build into nervous system and earth element in the belly. Now straighten the backs of the knees and lift from the thighs. Your back will thank you. Those that can, let's bend the knees, heels to buttocks. No, not grabbing hold yet. Nice, nice idea. And we're getting there. Just bend the knees. It's a little bit more effortful. All right, sitting bones down towards the heels. So we're going to the bow pose, but we're not there yet. We're toning up. We're getting there. All right, reach the arms back now. Grab the outer edges of the ankles. Don't lift yet. Don't lift yet. Bend the elbows. Okay, clarify the collarbones, the fronts and sides of the lungs, level with that mammillary line. So you want to feel the chest lifting from the edges. All right, then sitting bones downwards towards back of knee. Inhale, lift using the upper back as your point of leverage. Okay, soften, lengthen back of neck, and we tonify the element of earth here. So breathe deeply into that abdominal aorta. See if you can really feel the hara communicating with the earth beneath you. Take one more long and resonant breath here. And as you exhale, let it go all the way. Let the legs go. Turn the head to the side. Just let the heart rate be as it is and tune the ears to the breath through the fabric of the earth. We step in willingly to these grand cycles, the cycles of the day, the setting and rising of the sun, the cycles of the season as the sun moves through the sky from north to south. The greater seasons of the cosmos into this divine flow we seek to step. In this way, life becomes more lived. Nice. Extend the right hand forward along the floor to 12 o'clock. Take the left hand out to the left as if it was coming to 9 o'clock. Widen the feet to the width of the mat if that's shifted and turn the toes under. Turn the toes under. Drop the knees down. Don't let the knees go off the mat until I say so. Okay, roll to the right. Roll to the right and lift the left arm up over the shoulder. But keep the left knee down. Okay, rest the head on the upper right arm. So rest the neck. Okay. Draw back on the palm of the left hand as much as you're able to do. Lift up through inner arm to heel of hand, even into the thumb. Left knee stays down. Inhale fully. And as you exhale, take that left arm back a few degrees. Inhale, bring it up over the shoulder. Exhale, take it back a few degrees behind you. Inhale, back up. Okay, last one. Exhale, take that left arm back behind you and hold it. Okay, left knee down. Lift into the heel of the left hand. Now move the shoulder blades forwards. Think of a back bend shape. One more breath here. Inhale. Okay, now we're going to let the left knee go and drop that back of left arm to the floor behind you. You'll have to improvise, Graham. You're way too tall. So it's like you're lying on the ground with the heart towards the ceiling in a full decompress of the spine. I don't want to move you for a moment. Just stay with this and breathe. Close your eyes if that feels right. Everything letting go. See if you can get that left shoulder blade to the ground. Let the left knee lift a little so the spine can release from top to bottom. Good. Inhale, come all the way back onto the belly. Extend both arms forwards now on the floor in front of you. Okay, keeping the left arm above your head, extending the right arm out to 3 o'clock. Turn the toes under, drop the knees down into the floor strongly. Okay, we're starting to roll to the left. So as you roll to the left, start raising right arm up. Just keep it over the shoulder for a moment. Okay, draw back on the right fingers. So you're pushing the roof towards the ceiling. Are you pushing the hand towards the ceiling? Yeah, heel of hand. So the fingers drawing back is going to bring you through the inner aspect of the arm and the lung channel. the heart channel and pericardium. As you exhale, take that arm back behind you, but don't let the right knee go. Inhale, come back up over the shoulder, just whatever flexibility you have. Exhale, right arm moves back. Inhale, come bring it all the way up, soft face. Exhale, right arm moves back and hold that. Okay, take a deep breath here, inhale. As you exhale, soften the ribs forwards like you're creating a back bend shape. You are surrendering, you are yielding. Rest the head on the arm. Inhale fully. Okay, now let's let it go on the exhalation. Right knee lifts. The right arm continues its trajectory to the space behind you until that right shoulder blade makes it to the floor. The right knee is going to come away from the mat. I would absolutely anticipate that that's going to happen. Now just breathe. Orientate yourself to the feeling tone of space. And inhale fully. And with your exhalations, come right on back to lay on the belly. This time, hands down the sides of the body. And you might find that you'd like to turn your head to the opposite side that we went to after the Dhanurasana, the bow pose. Just rest. This deep work into the big mother blood vessels and all of the chi, the big chi of the chest. We're seeking to take this concept of purified space and let it expand through the body using the circulatory system as its vehicle of communication, as it takes this luminous presence all the way out into the edges of the skin, beyond the field of skin and into the space that surrounds us. Let's bring the palms of the hands either side of the chest and forehead to the floor as we set up for Cobra, Bhujangasana. On your inhalation, draw the chest up. Go to upward dog if you feel like that's kind of a bit where you wanted to go. It can create a beautiful feeling of open-heartedness, that pose. And then as you exhale, either go to child's pose or downward dog. It'll be pretty clear where the body feels like the kind of remedy or the counterbalance for that work lies. It's very deep when we work into this part of the chest. For many years as a younger woman, I would often cry after that pose. And we want to make our way for seated poses now. So for those of you that are in child's pose, just roll up, cross the ankles over, bring the legs through. For those of you in downward facing, maybe drop the knees to the floor, cross the ankles over, bring the legs out long in front. Have a little rise under the buttock if you are one of those people that just, you know, if you get the kind of forward curvature, the convex in the lower back as you come forward, definitely lift the seat up. You're wanting to come into those forward bends with a concave back. So we've got to just create the pelvic neutral for that to happen. And for some people that's bending the knees too, of course, but I don't need to tell you guys that. Okay, Janu, right knee, sole of right foot to inner left thigh. If those want to go a little deeper today, we can do Padma. You can bring the groin, the top of the right foot into the left groin. Hands behind you, lift the chest, inhale. Now as you exhale, take the left hand to the right knee. Raise the right arm up with the in-breath. And slow, steady lateral on the out-breath. Take it over. Any problems with the shoulder, you can bring right hand to hip. And let's try this. We're going to look down. Instead of looking up, let's turn the head, look down. If that makes your neck feel yucky, do another thing. So look forward or look up. It's okay. You can variate with the neck. I want you to be comfortable. Lateral. Okay, let's bring the right palm of hand between the shoulder blades. Good. Open the left ribs. Turn the head now and look up. Press the right cheek into the right upper arm. Lean back. Oh, look at that, Graham. Long breath from right outer hip, right ribs, right lung hemisphere to right tip of elbow. Inhale, unravel right arm to the roof. Exhale, take the right hand across the body now. So you're coming up out of the pose. Release left hand. Take the right hand across the body, twist. Left hand to the floor. Right hand outer right leg. Lift the chest. See if you can pull up on the long left leg. Pull up on it. Use that action to move the right ribs through. Good. Unravel. Inhale, come to center. Raise the arms. Steady the legs. And exhale, forward fold. Janu. 1 minute. Okay, so bend the knee if you need to. That's the left knee I'm speaking of. If the right knee doesn't quite come to the floor, let's get a brick underneath it so it is supported. And then start to press that right knee down into the floor or into the something that's supporting it. And as you press that right knee down, now feel the skin shifting and start to swing the right ribs down as well. So the ribs are balanced at the back of this pose. The ribs are balanced. The right ribs will tend to come higher. So you got to swing like you're moving the ribs from the thoracic intersections. Swing them down. Right hemisphere of lungs. And use this pose as an act of complete and utter surrender. If you can feel catching, gripping, or bracing in the body, I want you to soften up that part and see if you can find instead the space, if you could preface instead the free flow. This is up to you to organize your body in this way. Nobody can do this work for you. Well, nobody other than your own body. Keep a hold of the feet, look forward and up. Almost as if you were dragging the foot towards you. So you bend the knee here, you bend the left knee if you can't catch it. Open the spine, concave back, press the right knee down. Okay, shoot the arms forwards. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lower the arms and straighten the right leg. Take a moment, just readjust. Okay, left knee, Janu, left knee to inner right thigh. Now have that right thigh coming straight off from the hips. Another way we can check that is when you bend the left leg, it sends the left hip back. Okay, so all right, bend the left leg, let the left hip go back, but now step the right hip back so it's level with the left. So the sacrum is flat. As we go down, we're not working with corruption in the pelvic bowl. Okay, we're starting with the lateral, then we go to the twist, then the forward fold. Right hand across the body holds the left knee. Inhale, left arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, lateral. Feel the sides here. All of that hemisphere of lungs, the ribs, the pleura, the left half of the diaphragm, the descending colon, brighten it, all of the nerves leaving the left half of the spinal column. It's a joy to be here and be present with this. Okay, let's take the left hand and bring it between the shoulder blades. At this point, swivel the head to look up. So now left cheek starts to align with left upper arm. From the left hip, chin down. Yes. From the left hip up to the tip of the left elbow. Lengthen. Push into me a little bit. Yes. Whoa. Nice. Unravel left arm. Inhale. Reach it to the roof. Okay, think of a solid gold dancer. Exhale. We're just spinning to the opposite side. Left hand outside right thigh. Right hand to the floor behind you. Just twisting over the straight legs. Standard. Lift the chest. See if you can align the shoulders with the felt sense of the hips. Lengthen the back of the neck. Yeah, try and draw the chin down a little bit more. Yeah, and turn the head in that action. That's it. It's okay. You can feel it in here. Good. Inhale, come to center. Raise the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Let's go down. Please bend the right knee if needed. Kim, that's looking beautiful. Lengthen the chest. Lara, awesome. So come to the left knee for a moment in your mind's eye and press it down into something. So it goes to floor, to brick, you know, cushion or bolster, whatever you've got. And then as you press that left knee down, you can feel the translation of skin to the buttock, and then it starts to flow upwards towards the left hemisphere of ribs. Not so much. And it rolls that whole left half of the ribs and lungs around the central pillar of the spine and swings them down to create a beautiful symmetrical upper back, middle back, and lower back. So lengthen the back of the neck and let the eyes draw in. 1 minute.
Yeah. Lula, darling, come here, please.
Long breath. Long spine. And then inhale and half lift the chest. Pull the arms towards you, even if you've got that left knee bent, right knee bent. And then swing the arms up into the vertical. Let that bring the torso up with your inhale. And then exhale, lower the arms down, straighten the left leg, Dandasana, just sitting. Walk the heels towards the buttock, little tiny boat pose. We're on our way. Squeeze the thighs in, lift the chest, tone the belly, really presence yourself in this seat of purity in the hara. Soften your eyes and go in. And then as you feel ready, just very slowly, it's your time, begin to sink the boat. You can use the hands or you can come down relying on the abdominal work alone. That's up to you. Just, you know, work with the tone of the back this morning. And once you get down, knees to chest, happy baby. Hold the feet if you can. If you can't hold the feet, the back of the knees is always a good place to work. And just rock a little side to side. Notice any centralizing that needs to happen here. Apply yourself to that. And when you're ready, slowly unravel the legs. And we're going to set up for Shavasana. Now, I do like to be consistent, and in my consistency, I have once again gone over time. So you may need to take I'm going to give about 3 minutes for Shavasana today for those that need to keep on time. For those that have the grace of a little more time and space this morning, you can switch your device off at any time and just give yourself that. I think in a season that asks us for space and expansion, in this post full moon current, there has never been a time where it's more valuable to give of that space. If you need another back bend, forward bend, or twist, make sure you give that fully to yourself. And as you come back into this space of Shavasana, come back with a quality of distillation. That inside the creation of our space today, we somehow managed to tap the parts of ourselves that hold value and worth, your value, your worth, your unique contribution. The absolute goodness of you. And I invite you today to drop back into that. You are worthy. You are more than enough. Allowing breath to be the first primary returning force, followed by the mind, followed by the body. Take as much time as you need. Stay even if you like. You don't have to get up. Find your side body when you're ready. Find your seat. Just bring the palms together in prayer over the heart and bow the head. The light in me salutes the light in you. And through this acknowledgement, we become one. That's the beauty of the practice. And I thank you all. Namaste.